Good, happy Tuesday evening, January 18, 2022. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Tuesday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, Sununu questions Massachusetts court over decision to place missing girl in father's custody. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Well, the governor says he has grave concerns over that decision, calling Harmony's father a, quote, monstrous drug dealer. Now, in that letter that was sent down to Massachusetts this afternoon to Kimberly Budd, who is the Chief Justice of the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court, Sununu says in December of 2018, the Mass Department of Children and Families requested that DCYF here in New Hampshire conducted a home study of Adam Montgomery and his then-wife, Kayla Montgomery. Sununu says in February of 2019, before that study was complete, a judge in Lawrence, Massachusetts granted custody of Harmony to her father. The governor says he wants to know why Massachusetts courts moved so quickly prior to the completion of that study.
Really asking the judicial system of Massachusetts to open up the case, open up the files, let us have the information that we need, because at this point, all the information can become valuable in bringing her home safe.
Now, just moments ago, we received a response from the Massachusetts courts confirming that the Chief Justice received the governor's letter. They went on to say that the Massachusetts Office of the Child Advocate has opened an investigation into this tragic situation. They say they will fully investigate and will cooperate with other investigations authorized by law. Now, in the meantime, Adam Montgomery is currently being held without bail on charges of assault as well as child welfare charges. Reporting live here in Manchester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. No students on board bus involved in crash, Nashua officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
News in from Nashua just now. The city's school district says no students were on board a bus involved in a crash this afternoon. It happened on the Exit 4 off-ramp from the Everett Turnpike North late this afternoon. Two other cars were also involved. The bus was on its way back to the lot, so only the driver was on board, and thankfully no injuries have been reported.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Active COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations fall over holiday weekend. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Welcome to the Giganet. Fidium Fiber has arrived. Say hello to better, faster fiber internet delivered right to your home.
Right to breaking COVID-19 news tonight at 5:30. New Hampshire now reporting nearly 13,000 new cases of COVID-19 from the holiday weekend. Good evening, I'm Monica Hernandez.
And I'm Mike Cherry. 5,500 of those are from Saturday alone. That's a record high for a single day. There are also 1,500 cases from a backlog, 6 deaths to report, and 409 people in the hospital. Active cases, however, have fallen to just over 20,000, and there are 6 new deaths to report, 3 that were just confirmed from over 2 weeks ago.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire doctor urges people not to take Omicron for granted. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Welcome to the Giganet. Fidium Fiber has arrived. Say hello to better, faster fiber internet delivered right to your home.
Yeah, Jen, we've probably all heard this before, but Omicron does appear to be less severe than Delta when it comes to symptoms. But experts say it is still not a mild disease and shouldn't be taken for granted. Dartmouth-Hitchcock COVID-19 response leader Dr. Jose Mercado says people with pre-existing conditions and people who are unvaccinated are at a higher risk of a severe case. He says symptoms are not necessarily different than previous variants when it comes to the vaccine. Mercado says it's too soon to tell if a fourth dose is needed. He says the hope is to have a shot that covers Omicron and all other variants in order to slow the spread.
If you allow a virus to spread throughout the community, the hospitalizations and deaths do follow. So, and that's what we're seeing in the United States right now, and that's what we're seeing in New Hampshire and Vermont.
Dartmouth-Hitchcock has something called a case mix index. It shows how sick patients get. It shows a sicker population now compared to before the pandemic. Live in the studio, Grace Feinerman, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Dozens more New Hampshire National Guard members set to be activated this week aimed COVID-19 surge. 75 members expected to be deployed as part of Operation Winter Surge. Another 75 New Hampshire National Guard members are expected to be activated this week to help the state respond to the recent surge of COVID-19. Officials said there are already more than 170 citizen soldiers and airmen working at hospitals, long-term care facilities, and the men's state prison. Others are also distributing test kits and personal protective equipment. In hospitals, Guard members have been helping with backroom and non-clinical tasks, allowing the hospitals to use their internal staff more effectively so they can spend more time with patients. The deployment scheduled for this week is part of the Guard's Operation Winter Surge. Government launches site for free COVID-19 tests. Here's how to get them. Let's take a listen to that video.
Do I really live here? One look at you and I still get the butterflies, even after all these years. You really are my always and forever home.
Lasting beauty that makes a first impression, again and again. With James Hardy, it's possible.
Private health insurers are now ordered to pay for up to 8 tests per month per person. And on Wednesday, the federal government's free test website is scheduled to start accepting your orders. First, let's talk about insurance coverage. Check with your insurance provider to see what its preferred retailers are. Bring your health card, and you should be able to avoid any upfront cost for these tests. If you get the test at a location that's not on the insurer's preferred list, you will likely have to submit a receipt to your insurer. Another option, the Biden administration is using this website right here to distribute 500 million promised tests at absolutely no cost. You can get 4 of these tests, and they're expected to be mailed out in 7 to 12 days after you order them. There will also be a helpline to call and order the tests. We've got a warning for you, though. Federal Trade Commission says there are fake tests popping up online. If you aren't using one of these free options, be careful if you're going to a site you don't know, and make sure that you buy FDA-approved tests. I'm Brian Roach on your side, WGAL News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. Weather right now is clear. 16 degrees feels like 1 degree. Brr, chilly out there this evening. Expect dry conditions for the next 6 hours. And here is a full weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scarippa.
Welcome to the Giganet. Fidium Fiber has arrived. Say hello to better, faster fiber internet delivered right to your...
A brisk northwesterly wind today is going to make the temperatures, which will be hovering around in the teens up north today and 20s in southern New Hampshire, feel a lot colder than that. We are looking at a little bit of light snow as we work our way through Tuesday night and into Wednesday, with a system eventually approaching. And up and down temperatures continue through a good balance of this week. You'll notice a couple of snow showers out there first thing this morning. Otherwise, clouds gradually giving way to some sunshine in central and southern areas. Clouds will try to linger up north into the afternoon on that brisk wind out of the northwest. So temperatures this afternoon kind of hovering around in the teens and 20s. Wind chills will likely be sub-zero up in the north country as we go through the afternoon, and single digits to lower teens elsewhere, with that wind gusting at times over 25 to 30 miles an hour. As that wind lightens in clear skies early this evening, we'll drop below zero up north, while we'll be in the single digits to lower teens in southern New Hampshire. Some clouds start to fill in overnight, and that will likely send temperatures up by early tomorrow morning. But it will be with a chance of a little bit of light snow for the north country overnight tonight and tomorrow, maybe an inch or two of accumulation north of the notches. Elsewhere, temperatures up into the 30s with a southwesterly breeze on your Wednesday afternoon. Front makes its way through, and colder air is going to start filtering in behind this. As a matter of fact, temperatures will likely fall from our early morning highs on Thursday, and highs likely only in the single digits and teens with sunshine on Friday. That will also be with a breeze out of the north. There is a system we'll be watching over the weekend, but most of the maps have this passing well to our south. Could mean a couple of snow showers later in the day Saturday or Saturday night, with yet another front eventually coming through. Otherwise, the accent certainly on the colder than average temperatures here going forward, with one bump in readings for the afternoon tomorrow. Early clouds, couple of snow showers giving way to some sunshine in central and southern areas. Wind chills certainly a factor through the day, with temperatures only in the teens and 20s this afternoon. There's a look at your overnight lows tonight. Single digits above and below zero for most, with a much lighter wind. Clouds will start to increase by morning. Some light snow in the north country tomorrow. Temperatures in the 30s in southern New Hampshire. Another dip in temperature for late week. It will be with falling temperatures Thursday and a cold day with a breeze on Friday. A couple of snow showers possible late Saturday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scarippa. Thank you for that, Kevin. And now we're going to switch gears and let's go into sports. Here is WMUR News 9 Sports with Jamie Stayston.
Jamie Staten and News 9 Sports.
It is a big night at the Garden. The Bruins host the Carolina Hurricanes, but before that, the Bruins will retire the number 22 jersey that was worn by Willie O'Ree back in 1964. On this day, 64 years ago, rather that was 1952, but it was 64 years ago today that O'Ree became the first black player to compete in an NHL game when the Bruins took on Montreal. Now, 86 years old, O'Ree becomes the 12th Bruins player to have his sweater honored, including legends like Bobby Orr and Ray Bourque with his jersey. It'll be hanging in the rafters. Due to COVID, O'Ree will deliver a keynote virtually from his home in San Diego.
Can't say enough good things about Willie. Always enjoy talking to him. It's unfortunate with the COVID times he's not able to be here in person, because I think it's, like I said, always a great opportunity to, just chat and catch up. It's good for Willie. Trailblazer, to say the least. And very happy for him and his family, and I think the whole Bruins organization is looking forward to it.
As for the game, this is a chance for the surging Bruins to continue to make up some ground in the Eastern Conference. They sit in 8th place, but have played fewer games than most everyone due to COVID. The Hurricanes are in 4th, 6 points ahead of Boston. The Bees have won 8 of their last 10 games. Look who's on the ice right now. It's the Dartmouth Big Green at the 9th-ranked Harvard Crimson in women's hockey. They're midway through the first period with no score. Tons of COVID changes in New Hampshire college sports in the last week, so it's great to see games like this are going on as scheduled. We will show you how it turns out at 11, along with high school hoops and hockey. After a slow start, the Celts put the Pelicans away in the fourth quarter yesterday, winning 104-92. Celts are turning it around. 5 wins in their last 6 games. Up next, a tough matchup at home with the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow night. Should be a good game. Today, the Celtics actually had a chance to practice, which hasn't happened a lot this season due to COVID and a packed schedule. To give you an idea, this was their first practice with just about the entire team since December 11th.
It's good always to get back and have some practice days. Last time we did it after the COVID protocols, felt like we had good carryover leading into the Phoenix game. Touched on some specifics with Charlotte, of course. We'll walk through tomorrow as well, but want to get a head start on that.
Shoot around game, and there's usually not that time to have some practice days or just days in between games that we actually can, no back-to-backs, no things like that. So it's just good to get a good session in.
So that'll be a good game tomorrow, but all eyes tonight on that Bruins game at the Garden.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, and there you go. That was sports from WMUR News 9, Jamie Stacey. Thank you for that sports report, Jamie. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening, and see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and goodbye, everyone.